What is up, guys? In today's video I'm gonna be ranking all the prismatic augments for you guys, so you know when you actually get the prismatic augments, which one to take and when, because I see a lot of players taking the absolute worst decisions possible. So yeah, let's head into it. Let's head into with the Earth Grab Bag 3. So this is really broken if you want to play Olaf, but I mean, so is the Earth Grab Bag 1 and 2. It doesn't really matter. Like, this is a very strong augment if you want to play Olaf, and because Olaf is so strong right now, we are gonna put it at S tier. Also, if you already have like another Earth Grab Bag and you already have like another special, you can easily get fun. So this is like an easy S tier for me. Now, the next one, you get 2 Thieves Gloves. It's not that awesome, to be honest. It's not great. I think we are gonna put it at B for now, but this might change. This gives you some immediate power, but it's not great. Same for wise spending. I mean, it's good that you no longer need to level, but I feel it's just clunky, so we're just gonna put it at B tier. Now, the next one is Celestial Blessing. This is very dependent. If you have like an Aoshin with like perfect items but no healing, you need Celestial Blessing. But if you have a Gunblade on it, or you already have like Celestial Healing 1, this is, it really doesn't matter. So this really depends on if you need a healing augment or not. So I am gonna put this at A tier, because I feel like you only need this if you no longer have any healing. Now, we're gonna go for the Guardian. That's absolutely garbage. The Preparation, absolutely garbage. Dragonmancer, I mean, depending on what comp you go, but absolutely garbage. Astral, absolutely garbage. And now we have like one of the best, and that is, if I'm not mistaken, is this Level Up? I am pretty sure this is Level Up, yeah. This one, easy S tier. It's so goddamn broken, because like you can just level so easy to level 9. Like it also has a bait where it says you can go to level 10, but it doesn't even matter. You can go easy level 9 and just roll on level 9. It's just like, especially if you get this early, it's uber broken. Then you have the egg. I've never seen anyone top 4 with an egg. Then you have the 2 skill scorn. I mean, it's okay if you're playing Assassin Olaf, but you don't need this. Like, I'm gonna put this probably not. This is probably D tier. Yeah, this is probably D tier as well. Then you have the Rage Wing, also D tier probably. Now you have Shimmer Skill. This is a kind of interesting thing. I think this is actually decent that you get the Shimmer Skill. I don't think it's that great though, so I am gonna put it at a B tier. But it's probably the only augment that I won't put at D tier. That's for like synergies. Then you have Loaded Dice. I mean, Loaded Dice can be very nice, but it can also be very garbage. So I'm going to put it at B tier as well. Then you have Makeshift Armor. I'm just going to put this at A tier. Just gives you immediate power. And especially if you have like only 2 people stacked. This is actually surprisingly strong in my opinion. Then you have the 2 full items. Wait, actually, my bad. This isn't the level up. This is the you can no longer level up, I think. Yeah, I think this one is actually you can no longer level up, but you gain like 4 XP per round. That's actually the worst augment I've ever seen in my life. This is gonna go easy D tier. Like if I had the opportunity to add another tier, like dog shit tier. Wait, can I actually add another tier? Okay, so I made a new tier, Absolute Dog. I'm gonna move a few things to Absolute Dog, and that is most likely gonna be this. That's gonna be this. Is there something also Absolute Dog, like the worst thing you could possibly get, probably the Guardian. So I'm just gonna keep it like this. This is like the absolute, like if you take this, you're straight up griefing your game. Now you have the 2 items. I mean, it's not bad, it's not great. I'm just gonna put it at B tier as well. Then you have the loaded, wait, hold up, this is so confusing. Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh, this is like item components. Okay, I'm gonna put that at the same tier, and the Loaded Dice is gonna be like actually it's gonna be like, in my opinion, like C tier, I think, because if you don't hit, it's actually garbage. This one is actually quite decent because you get a Revel and you get an item and you get like a Jinx. I'm gonna put this at A tier, I think. And I would put the Rage Wing higher because you get a Swain with like Rage Wing, but Swain is absolute dog shit right now. Then if you have, this one is also interesting. If you have a lot of trades, this is actually really, really good. But if you don't have a lot of trades, it actually sucks. So I'm gonna put this at B tier. Then you have build different 3. Now this can be really, really insane, but it's quite hard to play. So I am gonna put build different at probably B tier because you just don't want to play, but if you can play it, it's actually really good. Then you have featherweights. This is actually really broken if you're playing like Yon. This is like an easy S tier for me. Because yeah, it's just really strong on like the reroll comps. Okay, so this is the shapeshifter one. Gain a shapeshifter is actually not that bad because you cannot make it, so I'm probably gonna put this on C tier. Yeah. Okay, so this is double trouble. This can be really, really, really sick when you're going Yon reroll. I'm not sure in like what position Yon is right now, but this is actually like A tier, I think. Because if you use this on your Yon reroll, it might actually be S, honestly. But you have to go a specific comp. So I'm just going to put this at A because you have to go specific comp. Then you have the level up emblem. This is by far the best. I'm going to put this like at the very top of S tier. This is probably the second best augment you can get. Then you have best friends 3. This is also really good for Olaf. Like this is insane for Olaf basically. That's where it goes. Then you have binary airdrop or whatever it's called. It's not bad, it's not great. I'm gonna put this probably at C tier. Yeah, it's not that amazing. Then you have the Cannoneer emblem. I'm just gonna put this at D tier. The Bruise emblem, I'm gonna put this as D tier. Then you have the Jade emblem. I mean, the Jade emblem. I don't really like it. I'm gonna put it at D tier as well, unless you want to get like 9J, but it's not great. Now, we have the single most busted augment that you can get, and that is basically the Cursed Crown. This is the freest top 1 you'll ever get in your life, if it allows me to actually move this thing. Yeah, there we go. This is by far the strongest augment I've ever seen in my life. Like, you get 2 extra units and you take double damage. But the double damage doesn't make any sense because you're not losing. And if you lose, you're losing by like 1 unit because you have 2 extra units in field. Now, bear in mind, this augment sucks if you're playing something like Bruisers. Because, okay, you can play 2 more Bruisers, sure. But the 2 more Bruisers aren't going to do shit late game. You know what I mean? Like, you want, if you're running like mages and you're running like our Shin late game, you are actually in need of extra spaces for Soraka, Bard, Zoe, Ornn. Like, you have actually these spaces you want to fill. Like, you want the extra spaces. You can actually put like really good units on the spots instead of like 2 Bruiser, you know what I mean? So this is really good in like high variety comps where you're running like a lot of legendary units. It's very, 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 very broken. Okay, for this item, I mean, the Cybernetic Shell 3, it's absolute dog tier in my opinion. Like, this is gonna go to the absolute dog. I mean, you get like the 350 health and 60 armor, like, okay, but it's just absolute dog. Like, unless you're already running the other cybernetic the augments, this is absolute dog tier. You want to avoid it at all costs. Now, this is an immediate power one. I don't really dislike this. I'm gonna just put it at B tier. Then you have Exiles. Exiles, I wouldn't recommend. It's probably like C tier. For Prismatic, like for example, if you get Exiles and the other person just gets Cursed Crown or like the level up, you're not gonna have a fun time. Now, this is a Radiant Zephyr plus like Future Sight. I mean, if you want to sweat, it's pretty decent, but otherwise, I think I'm just gonna put it between B and C. Because it's a Radiant Zephyr, like depending on the comp, I'm probably gonna put it at B tier for now. Then Invoker is garbage. Mirage. I mean, Mirage can be actually... Mirage can actually be decent. But like the Hand of Justice doesn't do anything. So I'm just gonna put it at D tier. Then we get the 2 Tomb of Trades. I'm not as much of a fan of this as the 1 Tomb of Trades because, like, if you want to play Olaf, this is probably the best thing to get, but I personally don't like this. So the only reason you want to take this ever is because you want to play Olaf, basically. or you have like no other options and you're playing something like mages. So I'm just gonna put this at B tier for the sake that it's too like expensive to look for the assassin emblem. But if you really need the assassin emblem, it's gonna be S tier for Olaf. But for every other comp, it's probably gonna be lower than that. So I'm just gonna put this in the B tier. Then you have high-end shopping. This is actually really good if you want to upgrade your board. But the problem with this augment is, like I said, like the difference between high-end shopping and level up is when you level up, you actually get to put in another unit and then roll. And with high-end shopping, you just get the chance of rolling more legendaries. But if you don't roll the legendaries, you basically have no augment. And I've had this happen to me quite a lot. So I am probably going to put this at A or B tier because it is pretty good. I'm probably going to put this at A tier because if you hit it, it is actually pretty good. Especially if you hit like a bard and increase the shopping odds even more. Then you have like an extra recruit. I'm going to put this at like A tier because it's just decent. It's not that like... Yeah, it's probably like if makeshift armor is at A tier, extra recruits at A tier as well. Then you have the warrior emblem. This is also gonna be at D tier. Then you have the meditation. This is actually really good if you're playing mages, but really dog if you're not playing mages. So if you're playing mages, this is actually S tier. And you don't want to stack your units, like you want to go things like Locket, like Ice Cream Cone, like and Zeeks, like stuff like that. But because it's only like really, really good for mages, and for like most comps, it isn't that awesome. I'm just gonna put it at A tier. Then you have Assassin Emblem with an Infinity Edge instant S tier because Olaf is so broken. Then you have the Mage Emblem. I mean, this is good for mages, but for nothing else. So I'm most likely gonna put this between A and B. Let's just put it at B tier for now because the Tomb Trade is there as well. And then we have the Sacrificial Pact or whatever it's called. It's also an easy S tier. If you get this first augment, you can instantly go to level 7. It's just amazing. Like this is really, really, really good. If you know what you're doing, this is really good. If you don't know what you're doing, this is pretty much like an insta-lost grief. Then you have Triforce 3. I'm not really a fan of this. I'm just gonna put this at C tier. But if you're playing like Olaf or Fair, actually I should play it at B tier probably. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, 43% attack speed is really good. Yeah, if you're playing a lot of 3 costs, this is amazing, like Olaf Varus, but otherwise it's not that good. So I'm just gonna put it at B tier for now. Then you have the Mystic Emblem. I mean, it's not bad, it's not great, but it's probably just not great. I'm just gonna put this probably at D tier. Then you have Cavalier Unity. I probably haven't played this at all, but it seems pretty strong, honestly. I haven't seen it a lot either, though. Like, it's very niche. Like, if you're playing Cavalier, it's like pretty good. But if you're not playing it, it seems very... I mean, like, if you're playing it like only one... actually, I don't know. Actually, I don't know about this one. I'm just going to put this in B tier because I just don't know. Like, this could be very good, but I just don't know. The next, we have, like, the veil, like, the QSS for your entire team. This is really good if your carry doesn't have any, like, doesn't have a QSS and the enemies, like, you're in a top, like, 3 situation and the other 2 enemies have, like, a ton of CC. This is actually really good, but otherwise I'm just gonna put this probably in B tier. Then you have Living Forge. This is like this is like the biggest bait in the world. Like, this is really decent, Living Forge. But, like, imagine you're playing Living Forge against Curse Crown and level up, and then someone playing Olaf, and then someone hyper rolling with featherweights. You are not gonna get more than 2 items. Like, there's no fucking way you're gonna get 3 items, so it's not really worth. So I'm gonna put this at C tier. Then you have the Guild Emblem. I actually really like the Guild Emblem. I am probably gonna put this at B tier as well. Actually, now I think about, like, things like Makeshift Armor should probably also go to B tier, and the Celestial Blessing might also be going to B tier. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Celestial Blessing, do you want to go to B tier? I mean, it is pretty good though, the Celestial Blessing 3. We're gonna keep it there for now. Then you have the Whisper Crown. I'm not really a fan of this, but it's a little bit better than the others, like going to C tier. Then you have Windfall. I really like this augment, especially if you have like level up and then you get Windfall, you can just go nuts. I am actually gonna put this at A tier because I'm like a really greedy player, but it's probably more like B tier. Then you have Tempest. This is not good. Then you have Cavalier. I mean, it's not great. It's not horrible. Like, if you have a Yasuo, this is actually pretty good. So, maybe put it at B tier if you're playing Yasuo. Ludens is crazy broken if you're playing mages, so I'm just gonna put this here. Then you have the Augment, think fast. This is actually kind of a meme thing. Like, it can be very broken, but it can also be absolute dog. So I'm just gonna put this at, the think fast can be actually pretty good though. I'm gonna put, like, if you're a high elo player, it's probably A tier. If you're a low elo player, it's probably absolute dog. So I'm just gonna put it absolute dog, just because probably the people watching this aren't like very high elo players. So I'm just not gonna put that high because I know the lower ranked players don't really roll that fast. Then I just don't like the cybernetic implant ones. This is just probably like I mean, if you want to go for an early win speed, this is very good. But like in general, if you don't want to go for a win speed, which I never do, I don't ever use it. I'm just gonna put that as C. And this is just giving you mana, so this is actually very good. Like, this is actually, I think if you're playing like mages or whatever, or like some units that need a lot of mana, this is probably gonna be around A or B. I'm just gonna put that at between A and B. It really depends, like, okay, it depends on what comp you play, so I'm just gonna put it on B. So yeah, I hope this was useful. I think this is a pretty accurate augment list right now. If I made any mistake, feel free to correct me in the comments. And if you want me to do this for the normal and gold augments as well, feel free to leave it in the comments. I will be replying to all of those. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed day. Peace.
Wait, what's his name? I'm like, huh? What'd he say, bitch? I don't want your 2 cents. You ain't even paid, bitch. We are not the same. I drop